Hey guys, welcome back. So I got Friday Favorites and Fooeys for you today, and I've got random fun things sitting in front of me, several newer things, some stuff from the Wet n Wild Villains collection. So fun. They were so sweet to send that to me. That totally made my day. So I've got some goodies from that. One of my favorites I've been using kind of in like a different way for me, like a different sort of application technique than I normally do. So we'll chat about that. We've just got some good things to chat about. So if you're new here, my name is Leslie. Welcome. I love to do favorites videos, new at the drugstore, reviews, empties, get ready with me. It's just a lot of fun stuff here on my channel. So if you're new, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and stuck around for a while. I'd love to have you here on my channel. So yeah, we are chatting about Friday favorites, so let's get to it. Okay, so first off, this is from the Villains collection. We're starting with this because I did use this on my cheeks, but then I brought it onto my eyes. So this is the product I've been doing kind of a different sort of application technique with. So this is one of the, it doesn't say it on this packaging, but I think it's one of the just cream blushes. It has like a fun name for the collection. So Wet n Wild did send this to me, the Disney Villains collection. Thank you so much, Wet n Wild. So this is, yeah, one of the, whatever it's called, cream blushes. I'll list it and link it for you. And this is in the shade Wretched. It's got like a little design. It's starting to kind of go away because I've used it so much. But what I've been doing with this is kind of swiping a little bit on my cheeks and then putting like one little swipe just kind of right here in my crease, and then using, I don't have it in here with me, but a small stipple brush from e.l.f., kind of tapping it onto my cheeks and then sort of blending into my crease and onto my lid. And it sort of gives this cohesive sort of a look to the look, and I really like it. Like, ooh, that is a pretty color. It is so pretty. It's like a rusty red. It's gorgeous. So I feel like it's a perfect color to do this because it can be kind of a blush, kind of a blush bronzer in one, and then also kind of a really pretty rusty shadow color. It is definitely like a glowy sort of a blush for sure. So I mean, it gives an overall glowy look, but once I kind of have everything else on, like my other shadows, a blush on top of it, like another blush on top of it, like a powder, it kind of tones it down just a little bit. So I mean, I do have it on and I still definitely have some glow, but not as much as it looks like with this by itself. But I love this rusty red color. So, so pretty. I feel like it looks patchy on my dry hand, but it is not patchy. I find it to be really nice and blendable on my cheeks. My hands just need some hydration. But I guess, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that means if you have really dry skin, just make sure your skin is hydrated. But I don't have any blending problems with this whatsoever. I love it. I love the beautiful glow to it. I love the blend. I especially love the color. And I'm liking that. Kind of blending it up onto the side and then up into my crease. It just, I don't know. It works. It's fun. Okay, so with that on my lids, these are new from Loreal. I got these off of TikTok Shop because they had like a combo thing with it. These two and then brushes, a little brush set. So these are part of their holiday collection. This is the Delectables Soho Shimmers, and this one is the Delectables Madison Avenue Mattes. I love this packaging. It like reminds me of the 90s, especially this one, the maroon or the like burgundy with the kind of dark green. Very 90s looking, and I love it. I think it's so fun. So let's start with the mattes. So if you, I don't know, just want makeup that's buildable. These are very buildable baked shadows. The nature of baked shadows is just that they're not as intense. They're a softer, buildable, really versatile, fun sort of a formula that you can do different things with. So I have mainly been using this one in my crease, kind of on top of that other shade. It tones it down a little bit, then a little bit of this one and this one. And I did use a little bit of this in my crease, just a little bit. So I will show you some swatches of these. Oh, I didn't even swatch anything on that finger. These look very subtle in a swatch. Oh my goodness. You know what? Hang on. I think my hands just need some hydration. Let's just use some makeup remover on my hands and good grief, take care of this dry hand situation. You know, at nighttime, I use all this skincare. I guess I do put it on my hands. Yeah, I do. Like I rub my face cream all over my face, and I'll kind of do this with my hands, like on my neck, so that I get more of the product onto my hands, but then I wash my hands 50 times. So, you know, it ends up kind of washing that off. All right, let's get these swatches back on here so you can see some swatches. Here they are on my finger, and I will swatch them on my hand. They still look very, very subtle, but you all remember back in the day how I loved BH Cosmetics baked shadows? They were the same sort of idea, especially matte ones, especially matte baked shadows just tend to be softer and more subtle, and I think that's really fun. So here are these. I love this one right here. It's almost like a cool toned, beautiful, I don't know, pinky beigey sort of color. Let me just show you a couple more of the shades so you can see there's some really pretty cool tones in here. That one's really beautiful. So this palette is gorgeous. Now, if I had to choose between the two, I love the shimmery shades just because shimmery baked shadows are really my favorites because I use them with, not always, I actually haven't been doing that as much this time, like with this palette, because I am liking kind of more subtle buffed on shadows. But in the past, I've always really loved using baked shadows with some setting spray because it really kicks them up a notch and makes them very metallic. So my main favorite from this palette is this one right here, and then this one, this really pretty peachy shade. So pretty, but I'll also show you these. So that is what I have been reaching for. On my lid right now, I have a little bit of this one mixed with a little bit of this one. And these are so pretty. They're more glowy metallic versus shimmery or anything like that. They are still more on the subtle side, but if you use them with a setting spray, you can definitely kick them up. I think they're beautiful. And with that like cream blush mixed with it, it just works. It's just really fun. I don't know, it gives this sort of like more effortless makeup look that I just really love. I just really love it. I'm loving the packaging. I'm loving the 90s packaging. I really enjoy the formula. But again, they're baked shadows, so they have that baked shadow formula, which I personally love. Okay, now I'm getting a tissue ready because my other cheek favorite, I love this. This is from the Wet n Wild Disney Villains collection also. This is one of the jelly blushes, and this is in the shade Fiery. I love this. The packaging can be messy though, so I like to go ahead and have a tissue ready when I open it because I will show you. I would say tip on this, don't store it to the side because that is what seems to kind of create this situation more. It's a jelly blush, so it can kind of have that like liquidy sort of, you know, formula to it. So when you open up the packaging, it can kind of like, you know, have this sort of situation going on. Just product on the side of it. So that's what I would say is I would just have a tissue when you open it. That's a bummer. But my other jelly blushes like this, a lot of times I have to do this too. It just is like the nature of the product. And it can kind of stain your hands, which, you know, let me wipe it off my hands. But I love this product. I mean, I think it looks so pretty on the cheeks. It's this beautiful kind of raspberry pinky shade. I feel like in a swatch, it looks very bright. Like, I'll just show you on the tissue. This is really pretty much what it looks like. This is a terrible swatch. This looks like, what is going on? But it's a really pretty kind of raspberry pinky shade. And with this, it kind of makes it a little bit more raspberry red, and I love the combo. I find it to be really blendable. Like, I don't find it difficult to blend and work with. It's just messy. It's just messy packaging. It's kind of like working with an eyeshadow pigment. You just kind of have to work with the I don't know, the packaging and the nature of the product, but I love the color inside. And I have found that the more I've used it, it's gotten a little bit messier. Like when I first opened it, I didn't really notice this as much, but as I've used it, as I've accidentally stored it on its side, it's done it a little bit more. But blendable jelly formula, it does have kind of a stain to it, like it really stays around on the cheeks a good amount of time. Love the raspberry pinky fuchsia color. Especially with this, it's like this perfect, beautiful combo. Quick mention, L'Oreal Baby Blossom. I have a little bit of that on top just to kind of set everything, soften it a little bit, really just more to set it because, you know, this especially is more on the glowy side, so it just has that glowy look, doesn't kind of stick to my combo skin quite as much. And then same thing with this. I would say this sticks more. It has more of a stain than this does. So anyway, I still just like to set it with a little bit of Baby Blossom. So I have a little bit of that. Y'all know I love it. Okay, lip favorite. Back to this Loreal Jelly Balm in Figure Than Life. I love this color. It's so pretty. It's a pink, but has this like subtle kind of berry undertone to it. It's so pretty. I think it looks more pinky on my lips than it looks in a swatch. In a swatch, it looks a little bit more fig berry, but on my lips, I feel like it looks a little bit more like a mid-tone pink. Super comfortable, hydrating, glossy looking formula. I love this formula. I love the vanilla scent. It smells amazing. It's subtle, but it smells so good. It feels so good on the lips, but it's this really like unicorn, like how does this happen? How did she design it this way? But somehow she did, where it's super hydrating, but it doesn't move everywhere. It's just like mind-blowing. Such a good formula. I love them. I'm obsessed with them. There's so many different shades I love. This one I've been reaching for a lot, but I also love Very Black Cherry, Plum Happy. Love that one. In the Buff, I think. Great kind of pinky neutral. Ooh, I love them so much. Okay, and then let me get my swatch removed. For my favorite, I wrote down several things, like several verses that just stuck out to me that I saw several places, either in my regular reading or people posted through their stories or just, you know, various things. So I kind of like, I have a running list now of things that just stuck out to me. So I had to pick between several things I'd written down. But I would say I have to share like my favorite verse in recent years. It's Zephaniah 3:17. It was part of my reading plan. I think that's where I saw it this week. Anyway, I saw it somewhere and it reminded me how much I love this verse. It's so good. Zephaniah 3:17. It says, "The Lord your God is in your midst. The mighty one will save." This part. "He will rejoice over you with gladness. He will quiet you with his love. He will rejoice over you with singing." Is that not so sweet? He will rejoice over you with singing. I just love the mix of the Lord your God is in your midst. The mighty one will save. Strong, but also he'll rejoice over you with gladness. He will quiet you with his love, like a comforting parent. And then he'll rejoice over you with singing, just like showing the sweet character of God. Oh, I love that verse so much. I read it often. It is one of my standout, probably my top favorite verse in like the last, I don't know, 5 to 7 years or something. So that's my favorite. Okay, that wraps up this video. I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you have been loving or maybe not so much loving. Let me know what you've been up to recently. I would love to hear that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!